Welcome to day 3 of Waste Reduction Week. Today the theme is celebrating innovators. We went for a walk to our local sewage treatment plant because we live really close to one. You see something? Okay, you want to run? So it's an insane amount of windy outside, so I'm not filming this at my sewage treatment plant like I was planning. Instead, I'm back in my very, very messy, very not reducing waste sewing room. I have some weird hobbies, as you may know, and in engaging with people in a lot of these weird hobbies, such as homesteading, I started to hear a lot of conversations about the compostable toilets or human manure, and everyone's really excited about that, and they're all like, but does it work? And it made me realize that I kind of take it for granted because in Kelowna, the way that we get rid of our solid waste is through a composting system. And the best part of it is the city takes the human waste and composts it down and then turns it into a product that they sell back to people. So people are literally paying money to get their poop back to them. It's pretty amazing. For as long as I can remember, my mom has been buying a product from the City of Kelowna dump called Ogogrow, which is the best branding ever because we have a sea monster kind of, character mascot for the city named Ogopogo. So Ogogrow is, kind of a take off of his name. And the reason why the city does this is because the way that they manage the waste is, as me and Leah talked about when we were on our way down to the sewage treatment, we live a couple blocks from it. We flush our toilet, it goes into pipes in the road, and then it flows from there into 2 treatment plants in the city. And it's an open, bubbling system where they kind of cook off a lot of the sketchy stuff, and then they sift out all the solids, and they then let everything pass on into the lake. So because the water's being treated, it's, not as much of a risk putting it back into the water. The reality is, it has to go somewhere. So, it's a large lake, so it is, it's a healthy system because they are trying to deal with it a little bit. But so they take the solids and then they mix it in with other compostable materials, and they make a really good fertilizer compost product that they sell. The one concern with products like this, and that's part of the conversation about having composting toilets, is that it does contain heavy metals. And, there's stuff that we potentially take in that we don't want to put back onto our crops to take in again and again and again, just keeping and concentrating those things. So the City of Kelowna doesn't recommend that you use Ogogrow in your vegetable gardens. They only recommend it for, more decorative landscaping purposes. But there's no smell to it. It's mixed with mulch, and so it makes like a pretty dark mulch. And everywhere I go, especially in the spring, I tried to see if anyone in my neighborhood had some that I could take footage of to show you, but it's everywhere. Everywhere you go, people in town are using it, and it's perfect example of the way to keep the waste within a system, right? If this poop had to just go somewhere to get stored, you know, that's going to take up a lot of space. And we obviously don't want it just flowing straight into the lake. Like, that'd be disgusting. The beaches would be lined with wads of toilet paper and all those other nasty things that people flush down the toilet. And this is, you know, a sustainable way of trying to deal with it. You know, the reality is we are human. Bodies create waste, so you need a process. And I really like the way the city's gone about dealing with it. We have a cat. We have a cat. We have a cat. We need a system for dealing with this guy's waste. These cats, they produce a significant amount of my garbage, right? Do you guys have pets? How do you guys deal with the pet waste? I know it can be one of the hardest things. Our city, they actually don't want you putting pet waste into their composting system. They only want it going into the garbage. They just don't have the process for the green bin waste for it to be processed in the way that the you know, human solids are being processed. So, you know, other than flushing this guy's poop down the toilet, I'm just not going to be able to get it into that composting system without actually composting it myself, which I'm not ready for that. I'll teach them to use the toilets first. You know, obviously the city of Kelowna isn't an innovator. They didn't invent outhouses. But I like the way they've gone about doing this. You know, the reality is the sewage needs to be dealt with, and the branding that they've created on it means that I feel people are a lot more comfortable using this product than they would have been if it was presented in a less, you know, consumer-friendly way. So, you know, I'm 2 thumbs up for me for the way that they've gone about making this idea that I see lots of people online kind of having a hard time deciding if that is a step that they want to take. A lot of people feel like that's a big thing to do this composting of the human waste. And you know, then here we are in my town, and you know, people are like, oh, I can't wait till, oh, they sold out of Ogogrow, I'll have to make sure to get it earlier in the spring next year. And everyone's excited about the product. Do you guys know of any waste reduction innovators that you would like to celebrate? Let me know below. Let us all know. I think a lot of people deserve to get a shout out. You know, I'm not gonna give myself a shout out. You know, as I keep saying, I'm kind of trying to, you know, I'm making these videos to try to be a little bit more accountable. So no shout out for me, but you know, like, it's these little steps that make big changes, right? So, you know, it's exciting and it's really motivating to see someone who's made a big change, you know? But I think that, you know, the little changes should be celebrated as well. So give yourselves a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up if you wanna celebrate your own successes. And check back again tomorrow. Tomorrow we are talking about plastics, and that one's a hard one for me. You know, it's a difficult topic. So check out tomorrow if you want to discuss that. And if you haven't seen the other videos already, check out the other videos as well too. And I will see you guys again.